Hey yo, hey yo. Peace and blessings, man. Peace and blessings. Let me get my charge out the way right here, man. See, everything is either charged up or plugged up. You know what I'm saying? Pause. You know what I'm talking about? What's going down, fam? It's your kinfolk DMR. Back again with another episode of Back to the Lab. You might be watching this on YouTube. You might be watching it on Facebook. Or you might be jamming this, I'm talking about jamming this. You might be bumping this in your whip on your way to work, on the podcast. However, you here with me right now. You know what I'm saying? And it's a blessing. So peace and blessings to everybody that's out there tapping in. I'm out here in the lovely city of H-Town. It's a clear 70 degrees. Hey, it's crazy. Our weather been crazy the past couple of days, man. People been pulling out hoodies, and I've been seeing people with shorts on still, you know what I'm saying? So the weather kind of crazy out here, man, this time of year. Usually, it's already kind of hot, but, man, we're going to take what we can get, you know what I'm saying? That's what's up, man. So what's good, everybody? What's good? I hope y'all been good. I hope y'all had a wonderful weekend. It's been a lot going on, man. A lot going on in the hip-hop world. You know what I'm saying? Diss tracks, AI, all kind of crazy shit been popping off, man. You know what I'm saying? What's some of the things that's been kind of like, coming up on y'all feed, man? Just let me, put it in the comments, man, and I'll talk back, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, it's been crazy, man. A lot of diss tracks, bro. AI and all kind of shit, man. Last week, we didn't hear about this AI shit, but yeah, They got Snoop on the AI. They got Pac on the AI. It's ridiculous, man. Then Chris Brown got a track where he dissing some cats. You know what I'm saying? Well, one cat. And it's crazy right now, man. The hip hop game is crazy. Niggas is spitting bars and throwing slugs, man. It's an all out war going on out here, man. You know what I'm talking about? But on the flip side of everything, man, we celebrating hip hop, man. The slogan is celebrating classic hip hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in the cashmere sweater. But every now and then I like to let y'all know, what's going on in the world and everything, and the trending topics and all that shit. But yo, fam, we got a good show tonight. Man, this album that we gonna celebrate tonight, man. It hit home for me, man, because it take me back. It take me back to 9-4, man. Riding in the Malibu Classic with my big bro Slick. You know what I'm saying? We was bumping all kind of shit, man, from the east to the west, down south. We was bumping a lot of shit, man. And this album right here was in heavy rotation back in the day. Heavy rotation, man. But before we get into that, let me make sure I put my banners and everything up, for the people that's watching on YouTube and Facebook. Yeah, make sure y'all following on Facebook. Make sure y'all subscribe on YouTube. Follow on Instagram, TikTok, all that good shit, man. We making sure that we, a brand and not just a Instagram page or, a YouTube channel or something like that. Trying to make sure that we, in the mix, man, a little bit of everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So check us out, man. Check us out. So what's going on out there, man? Before we get into this hip hop, man. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm telling you, this is a dope one right here. I used to bump this shit so much, and it's amazing how time crept up on us, man. We was just celebrating Illmatic last week. 30-year anniversary. It was a lot of classics coming out back in them days, man. A lot of classics, man. Not taking nothing away from what the cats is dropping nowadays, but back in the early 90s, man, mid 90s, it was a whole lot of heat coming. A whole lot of heat. And everybody had their own sound. Everybody was unique with their shit. And that's one of the things that we loved about that era, you know what I'm saying? So that's why a lot of us can't get out of that era, because man, the shit was just so fire and it was just so abundant. You know, you had so many different cats. You had the Tribe Called Quests. You had your Nas's, your Bigs, your Scarfaces, and all that. You know, so it was crazy, man. It was crazy. Yo, share the experiences, tapping in. You know what I'm saying? This is more than a crush. Hey, love. Yeah. She say Facebook looking good. Yeah, I had to, kind of like play with the lighting a little bit, man, and get everything right for this Facebook Live. I want to make sure everything was looking kind of good because I don't know, man. They took away my feature where I can use my phone. You know, I'm still kind of hot about that, man. But we're gonna still make it happen. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, man, I'm ready to talk about this album, man. This is one of my favorites right here, and this group right here has stood the test of time. You know, they just got better with every album that they drop, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of debates about which album is the best. Which was the least favorite or whatever they like to say. But it's good that it can create such a debate. You know what I'm saying? When it's so many different styles that you can get from this group, throughout they tenure, you know what I'm saying? So many different sounds. And they experimented so much with the music, and it always came out fire the way they did it. It's like they went to Vegas, man, and every time they rolled, it was 7 or 11. You know what I'm saying? They was hitting, me every time they rolled, bro. Every time. So without further ado, man, let me and this one thing I love about YouTube too, man. It helped me get my my picture game up and everything. You know, my media. Let's go. We're gonna run it like this. So I like to put my artwork up, man, so y'all can see what album we be talking about. You know what I'm saying? Yo, this is the 30-year anniversary. 30-year anniversary, man, of Outkast, Southernplayalisticadillacmuzik. Cadillac funky music for your trunk. You know what I'm saying? Big Boy, Andre, 1994. The exact date is April 24th. April 24th or April 26th. I got to make sure. I think it's April 26th. April 26th, man. But classic album, man. Classic album. And like I said, they got better with time. Man. And it was good to hear the rawness, and the brand new sound that was coming out of ATL, because we had Arrested Development like a little bit before that. So when they came out with theirs, it was still kind of like down home, country, but it just, I don't know, it had that funk, man. It had that soul to it. It hit different, man. You know what I'm saying? This was one of them bangers right here. You know what I'm saying? Yo, I got my fam Jamie in the high, Big J in here. House Boogie writer. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Yeah, for real, man. Fire album, man. I got 5 tracks that I wanna that I kind of want to highlight from this album. You know what I'm saying? Just like 5 standout tracks. But in the meantime and in between time, I want to hear what some of y'all favorite tracks off of this album. I love to hear your opinions, man. Because I know how it is, man. When you got an album that just got a little bit of everything on it. You got a little bit of everything on it, man. You never know what you'll hear from somebody when you ask them what's their favorite track. Oh, she say, Cher say, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. Yeah. That's a banger. That's a banger. My boy Jamie say Crumbling Herb. Yeah. Yeah, okay. All good tracks. All good tracks. But I do want to drop some facts about the album first. This is the debut album from Outkast, Big Boy, and Andre 3000. On LaFace Records, Arista Records. And the crazy part is, these dudes met 2 years before this. They had met for the first time 2 years before they dropped this album. That's amazing. They teamed up with Organized Noise. Now, this is another thing that I was excited about to talk about this album, man, because I get to give some flowers, man, to Organized Noise, and specifically Rico Wade. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you about that sound, man. That sound is just all that Dungeon Family, all that Goody Mob and all that shit, bro. I'm telling you, it did something to us when they came out, bro. They even did tracks for people like In Vogue, TLC, you know, you name it. Rest in peace to Rico Wade, man. But big salute to Ray Murray. Big salute to Sleepy Brown. These dudes made that sound, the sound of ATL, man. That Dirty South sound. For real. I just had to give flowers to Rico Wade. The Dungeon Family, Organized Noise. I just had to give them their flowers. But yeah, bro. One of the dopest solo albums. I mean, debut albums, not solo album. One of the dopest debut albums. My man Jamie say, honored that I met Rico Wade once when I had to drop off some records for him at his hotel in Manhattan. Okay, yeah. That's love. That's love. Shout out to Jamie, man. That's my man's right there. Queens in the building. Queens get the money. The 5 tracks that I want to talk about. The 5 tracks I want to talk about. First and foremost, it's gotta be Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. And I'm just going in order of how they are on the album. It's gotta be that. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Funky Music. Hey. See, now I was already on when I heard Players Ball, and we'll talk about Players Ball in a little bit. All right, so when the album dropped, you know I had to go copy it the first day it came out. I think I got it from Sam Goody. Didn't even have to listen to it in the back on the headphones. It wasn't no need for all that. You know what I'm saying? When I heard the title track, when I heard Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music, I knew that was going to be the next single or one of the singles that was going to come from the album. It was radio ready. It was funky. It was everything that you needed, man. Everything. And mind you, these dudes had wrote this album Like I say, like 2 years prior to, they had these songs written like 2 years before. See, so big up to Cher. She say the title track was one that did it for her. Yeah, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music was one of them joints. Matter of fact, I think I got. Hold up. See, I like to entertain y'all. I like to, especially the ones on YouTube and Facebook. I like to. Let me see what I got. Yeah. Young boys, man. Them boys, young. Look at Dre 3000, man. This was young boys, man. Salute. Them boys was kids, man. I'm talking about rookies in the game, man. But they was making their mark. They was making their mark, man. They 30 years, man. Yo, salute. I don't Ken Lova, okay. Salute, man. Yeah, bro. That's one of my joints right there. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. And I'm just, like I said, I'm going in order of how they are on the album. All right. Who was that singing on there? Who's that singing on that hook? It was. I think it was. Was it Big Get Wife? It's got to be on there. Hold up. I got to find out who that was singing on that bit. Deborah Killings. Yeah, Deborah Killings. Salute to you, Deborah Killings. Salute. Society of Souls on there. Yo, one thing I want to say about Society of Soul, while we talking about Rico Wade, that was another group that was down with Dungeon Family. It wasn't just Outkast, Goody Mob, Cool Breeze, Witch Doctor. You know, it was Society of Soul. You know what I'm saying? And that was Organized Noise. Ray Murray, Sleepy Brown, Rico Wade. And then it was Big Rube, and then it was another woman on there, man. I can't think of the name. It was a woman, if I'm not mistaken. So let's do some homework and check out Society of Soul. We're gonna do that. That's just some additional homework right there. We'll put that on the list of stuff to check out. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, so salute to Cher, because she said that was one of her top ones. Big look. My next joint. Did I have some more shit on that? Let me see. Yeah. One more time. Yeah, so my next joint, it's gotta be Players Ball. Players Ball, because this is when I first heard of them. All the players came from far and wide. That was when I first heard of them. So that's got to be another one of my standout tracks. And that was the first single from the album. I remember getting this. One of my big homies had this cassette single, and he gave it to me. And it was a Christmas song. It was actually a Christmas song. That single right there was on a LaFace Christmas compilation. And then when the single started getting some spin and everything, they just edited it and made it into just a regular single and everything. That's why you can hear some references in the song that had like some Christmas jingles and everything to it. But yeah, man, I remember copying this. And I remember at the beginning of the song when he was saying the scene was so thick. Low ride. That was Rico Wade. Right here. 77 Sevilles, Air Dogs, nothing but them lacks. All the players, all the hustlers. You know what I'm saying? Man, rest in peace, Rico Wade, man. For real, man. Because when you think about it, he was the first person voice that you heard on their first single. That's how important he is to this shit. Yeah, but it would have to be Players Ball. Players Ball would be my next standout track on here that I love right there. And mind you, all of this was produced by Organized Noise, man. In the dungeon. In the dungeon, man. And that was Rico Wade's mama house. They say the flow was red clay. Let's see, Big Mike up in there. You say rest in peace, Rico Wade. Outkast were ahead of their time. For real. Their lyrics and complimentary of how they flowed with their style was unlike any two-man group ever. Yeah. Hey, salute to Columbus, Ohio, man. Big Mike, man. Salute, fam. Yeah, it ain't a lot of groups that kind of like that grew with their craft and everybody still loved them. Some people they kind of experimented, man, and they kind of outgrown the style that they first came out with, and it really didn't work out for them, man. And they never made nothing like that debut. You know what I'm saying? But not for these guys. Not for these guys, man. Like I'm for real, man. I was really proud of these dudes when I heard this shit. And I knew it was gonna get better. I knew it was gonna get better with time. I just didn't know that it was gonna turn out the way that it did. And they kind of prophesied in they songs a little bit, man. Them boys was kind of like talking about how they was gonna be here. He say that's how it's going. That's how it is. That's how it's gonna be. All day, every day. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was in the past. That's how it's gonna be in the future, nigga. Yeah, I got to salute them boys, man. Do we have anything else from that Players Ball? Yeah, man. Salute Rico Wade, man. You know what I'm saying? That was one of my standout tracks right there. For sure. All right. Now I'm gonna switch it up a little bit because my next standout track, it didn't have no rapping on it. And it was the track Funky Ride. Let me take you on a funky ride. That was Society of Soul on that, singing on that joint. You know what I'm saying? So, do your homework, man. Would you like to take a little ride with me? Martell and Coke has got me there on some player shit. And you gotta understand, man, I'm what, 94? I'm like 18. Like 18, man. And so boys was already putting me on like sipping Martell and shit. Smoking. Like they ain't responsible for making me smoke, but yeah, we'll talk about that later, you know what I'm saying? But Yeah, man. I mean, they really kind of made you think with their shit, and at the same time, the shit was funky though, man. You know, deep bass, motherfucking guitar sounds. This was a live instrumentation album right here with just a little mixing and a little sampling. But yeah, but these boys was playing instruments. These boys was doing this shit, keyboards, organs and shit, drums, guitars. It was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous, bro. I'm telling you, that's why this shit hit the way it hit. It was soulful, man. Had that funk and that 808 on it. So yeah, Funky Ride, that was one of my joints. Yeah. And you know, if you listen to the song all the way through, you might want to listen to it while you're riding with your, with your boot thing or whatever y'all like to call it nowadays. Your sneaky link or whatever, all that fancy hip shit. But yeah, man. It's one of them ones that you can play when you with your loved one or with your freak thing, because it's one of them slow grooves that'll put you in the mood, especially if you sipping on something, you smoking on something. It's crazy, man. Funky Ride. If you never heard it, you're gonna love it. If you have, spend it one time, man. That way we can just show them boys how much we appreciate they music, man, they contribution. You know what I'm saying? All right. My next track. Let me just make sure I'm on point. Okay, yeah. This one was a dope one, man, because this was the first time we heard Goody Mob. And the crazy thing about Goody Mob is they wasn't even a group at first. It was Goody Mob was just Cujo and T-Mo. But they was called the Lumberjacks at first. You know what I'm saying? And then CeeLo was solo and Big Gip was solo. So they put the group together. And this was the first time we heard Goody Mob, man, on Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something. That was my joint right there. You know, CeeLo start the song off. And when they talk about classic openers, you know what I'm saying? Like classic opening bar, like you know what I'm saying, like the first line of the song. I'd have to put CeeLo in that conversation on this song right here. I don't recall ever graduating at all. Sometimes I feel I'm just a disappointment to y'all. Whew. And then look at him now though. Look at him now. Successful, man, did his thing. Gnarls Barkley, you know, he had a solo run. You know, him and Goody Mob back doing music again. It's crazy, man. Yeah. Salute, man. Salute to CeeLo. Salute to CeeLo, man. One time I see my fam Triborough up in the building. Brooklyn in the building, you know what I'm saying? 5 Mic class. Hey, and let's go there right quick, because originally this album got 4.5. Yo, Jeff, big love. Yeah, man, this album got 4.5. But then I think they went back, and it was a bunch of albums that they went back and re-ranked and gave them 5 mics. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, the shit was wild, man. The shit was wild. Yeah, this one of my standout joints, man. My fourth standout joint. Get Up, Get Out, Get Something. And for anybody that's tapping in, for anybody that's just getting here, man, we celebrating the 30th anniversary of Outkast, southernplayalisticadillacmuzik. I'm just kind of going through like my top 5 tracks. My first one was the title song, Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. My second one was Players Ball. Number 3 was Funky Ride. Number 4, Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something. And I like the message in Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something too, man. Don't let the days of your life pass by. You need to get up, get out, and get something. Don't spend all your time trying to get high, nigga. You need to get up, get out, and get something. How will you make it if you never even try? You need to get up, get out, and get something. Because you and I got to do for you and I. Bro, I'm telling you, man. I don't recall ever graduating at all. Man. I used to say that shit to myself in my head, man, because it was a time when I used to be out there kind of wilding, man. And I know my people probably was like, this nigga here, man, just wasted his life, man. Just doing all the wrong shit. Just doing all the wrong shit, man. But thank God I got back on track, man. You know what I'm saying? Triborough put his top 5, Funky Ride, Crumbling Earth, Get Up, Get Up. That's interesting. That's interesting. Hold tight. Yeah, man. Oh, I like Big Gibb verse. He say, it's 8 in the morning and ain't nobody up yet. I got my long john, get my coat and throw on my ball cap. I'm headed out the door. Jumping in the ride. I'm digging through the ashtray, hoping to find a good day. That boy saying he just trying to find a doobie to just start his day off in the ashtray of the whip. Yeah, man. This shit bring back so many memories. My big bro Slick used to have this blue Malibu Classic, man. And his radio didn't work. We had this on CD on a boombox that we would just sit in the back seat. We would just sit the boombox in the back seat and play Outkast, southernplayalisticadillacmuzik. Oh, and Big Ready to Die. Yeah. That's all. That's all we was bumping, man. I'm taking it for like a good month straight. Crazy, bro. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Let me see something. Yeah, I think I got it. Y'all telling me that I need to get out and vote, huh? Why? Ain't nobody black running but crackers, so why I got to register? You know what I'm saying? Never smelt the aroma of diploma, but I write the deep ass rhymes. That boy was prophesying. Because yeah, he dropped out. He dropped out in high school. Think he went back and got his GED, later on he did something. But that boy say, never smelt the aroma of diploma, but I write the deep ass rhymes. And this coming from somebody who ended up being one of the most anticipated MCs in the game. You know what I'm saying? And he was saying this shit on his debut album. Little did we know that nigga was really telling the truth, man. Dropped out of high school. Sold a little weed, you know what I'm saying? Little job here, little job there, until they put the music out. got a $15,000 advance from LaFace and put their music out. Man, I'm telling you, man, if you out there and you trying to do this music, it's cats like that should motivate you. These dudes came from nothing, man, from recording they shit in a basement. In a basement, man, with a dirt flow. Making hits up out that motherfucker, man. That should be a motivating story right there. Let me go to the comments real quick. Okay, so Try. Yeah. Let me get back to Try. That's my exact 5 right there, because my number 5 standout track on the album is Crumbling Herb. Again, with Society of Soul singing on the hook. You know, Sleepy Brown and I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think Rico and Ray Murray, they singing on that joint. There's only so much time left in this crazy world. I'm just crumbling herb. Yeah, man, come on. Come on, man. That's my top 5 right there, exactly. Boy, you got good taste in music. That's why me and my man vibe, man. Yes, indeed. So yeah, again, man, Southern Playalistic, Players Ball, Funky Ride, Get Up, Get Out, and Crumbling Nerd in the order that they drop on the album. Them my joints right there. Now, let's go here right quick, because check this out. Just to give them boys even more flowers, at the 1995 Source Awards, they was nominated for the album, the rap album of the year. No, album of the year. Because I think, you know, it was the hip hop, what? Was it the Source Awards or the Source Hip Hop Awards? It was one of them. I think it was the Hip Hop Awards. But anyway, it was the rap album of the year that they was going for. You know what I'm saying? And who was they up there against? Big, Scarface, and Nas. And of course B.I.G. won. You know, B.I.G. won that year. You know. But then they turned around and they won Best New Group at the 1995 Source Award. And that's the infamous one when your boy Dre got up there. You know, the South got something to say. Man, the album went platinum. The album went platinum in the same year. It went platinum in 94. It's probably done more than 1 million by now. The RIAA need to do a recount, man, and bring it up to date, because I know with streaming and everything that they looking at nowadays, it's got to be worth another 1 million. It's got to be. Yeah, these my guys, man. I say that Outkast is the goats of duos. They the goats of duos, and I know that's a debate. I know a lot of cats out there might have a debate about that. You know, they'll say Mobb Deep, they'll say Dog Pound, you know, you know, UGK, and I'll say UGK is my favorite duo. But I know that they got a battle when they come to Outkast. Outkast is the ghost of duos. And listen, I understand anybody if they would say that it was anybody else. You got a good argument. You know what I'm saying? You got a good argument. I learned not to argue no more. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody got their favorites. And sometimes their favorite ain't the best. It's just their favorite. But I think these guys done moved the most units, got the most awards as a duo, as a hip hop duo. I think we'd have to fact check that. We'll see. I don't mind fact checking. But yeah, I think these guys are the GOATs of hip hop duos. And that's based on, like, you know, sales, accolades, and stuff like that. Not on skill. I don't want to argue with nobody when it comes to skill. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just talking about on the books. On the books. These the guys though, man. So listen, all I want, and the reason why I was tapping in is because I want to let y'all know that this 30th anniversary was coming up. You know, we celebrate the Nas's. You know, we celebrate the Jay-Z's. You know, we celebrate the Dr. Dre's. We celebrate the Eminems and all that. Yeah, man. All them debut albums, you know, we gotta celebrate these dudes for their debut album. I know a lot of people probably got on like AT Aliens, Aquemini, and stuff like that. But dog, let's go back, man. Let's go back to the lab. Let's go back to 9-4 and bump this shit. Spending one time, at least one time this week, man, on whatever you spend it on. You know what I'm saying? Because we definitely want to let them boys know that we appreciate their efforts, man. Yeah, the actual release date is the 26th. Yeah, so I know at first I said the 24th. Then I said the 26th. So yeah, it's the 26th. All right. And once again, man, rest in peace to Rico Wade. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Organized Noise. Shout out to the whole Dungeon family, man. These boys laid the foundation down when it comes to that ATL, that hip hop that we had got out of ATL, man. Look at everybody that they brought to the game, man. Future, Killer Mike, Young Bloods, everybody that came to the game from that tree right there, from that Organized Noise, that Outkast tree. Bubba Sparks and shit like that. You know, the other day somebody said something about Janelle Monáe. My first time seeing Janelle Monáe was in a Big Boy video, or Outkast video. Matter of fact, it was in the Morris Brown video. That was my first time ever seeing Janelle Monáe. So I would say that she connected too. Yes, indeed, man. Yes, indeed. That's why I love this shit. That's why I love this shit, man. The shit is like one big puzzle. You know, everybody done worked with somebody. Somebody debuted on this person's album. The first time you saw this person was in this person's video. So forth and so on, man. You know, it's dope. And then, you know, when God bless you to live long enough to see 30 years later and what the artist or the group turned into, and you actually remember that debut, and you remember the first time you heard them, you remember the first time you got the the debut single on cassette and shit like that. Oh no, it hit different, man. And that's what we here for. That's what we here for. We here to make sure that later on down the line, somebody get a hold of this shit. And they listen and they see what album we talking about. We might spark the interest for them to go back and bump that shit. Just when we thought we forgot about, the Outkasts and the Cormegas and the hieroglyphics and all that old shit, man. Like, this shit ain't nothing but a wheel. It's a cycle, bro. And somebody gonna end up seeing this shit later on down the line. And yeah, hip hop lives. I hate to sound so cliche, but yeah, you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? The shit never gets old, man. That's why I love this shit. All right. So big love to everybody that tapped in. Like I say, man, if you're watching this on YouTube, go follow on Facebook. Or if you're watching on Facebook, go subscribe on YouTube. If you're listening to this on the podcast, after Monday, hey, go check me out on YouTube and go check me out on Facebook. And all of y'all go check me out on IG. I mean, it's good, man. It's a good look. Because all we do is celebrate hip-hop, man, on a daily basis. That's all we do. And then if I haven't told you, every Monday, I like to celebrate milestone anniversaries. Sometimes I have a good, handful. Sometimes it's just one. If I just want to stick to, one album. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, but for the most part, it's milestone anniversaries. 10, 15, 20, 25. So forth, so on. I love this shit. And then I rock with y'all, man. I rock with y'all. You know what I'm saying? I love doing this shit for y'all. I don't care if it's 8, 18, 28, 88. I don't care. Because if you love hip hop like I do, a conversation can go on for hours and hours about hip hop. But unfortunately, this one ain't gonna go on for hours and hours. I'm gonna have to sign off, man. But like I said, man, make sure y'all following me on everything, man. Hit me in the DM if y'all trying to talk hip hop. If y'all got some albums y'all want to recommend, even if you want to collaborate and we get on a post together, we get on a live, man, just holler at me. It is what it is. We reachable over here. You feel me? Yo, so shout out to Cher, my love. Shout out to the commission. Shout out to the world, man, from H-Town to wherever y'all at. This Back to the Lab, celebrating classic hip-hop albums, legendary MCs, DJs, producers, etc., in a cashmere sweater. One love, y'all. We out.